Lyle and I dated about 3 years.
I always chummed with Leo all my life, as I said. And when I got old enough to go out with the girls, one night he said, I'm going to Amra to a pavement dance. He said, you want to go along? After the dance, Leo took Mary home, and of course I was along, and somehow I sneaked in and I said, I might take you out sometime. Well, anyway, we did have a double date after that, and I took another girl, and I really didn't like her too good. So one day Leo came over, and I says, I'll tell you what I'll do. I says, I got a new jackknife. He says, I'll trade you for your girl for the jackknife. And of course, Leo was no hand for girls, so he says, okay. So that's how I got to start going with Mary. I guess that's what materialized.
Then we were
I married the best girl in the world to start off with.
I guess so.
And we had a pretty good sized wedding for in those days. It was in the
North
Restford
Methodist Church.
Yeah.
Out in the country.
And I remember one thing, my knees were shaking, something terrible. But anyway, they tied the knot, and Leo was one of our ushers, I remember, and Earl Copine. And then after the wedding, we had a reception at Mary's home, and we set out for a big wedding trip. We went up to Waiwiga the first night.
Tell me what you bought me.
And the first night, she said, I need some shoes, so I bought her a new pair of shoes on my wedding night. I don't know how long they lasted, but anyway, the wedding lasted, which is the main thing, I guess. And then we went up in northern Wisconsin on our wedding trip, and in those days, gas was rationed, so I had a 30-gallon barrel of gas in the back of it. It was a 1941 Chevy, I think. I had that, and so every time we'd see a woods or something, we'd pull off in the back of the woods and fill the gas tank with the gas that I had in the trunk. First trip we took, I think the long trip, was with Ray and Dorothy Brodsky's. We went out to Yellowstone. We were driving through the park, and we came across some bears, and I guess you weren't supposed to do it, but we got out of the car, and Ray and I both petted the bears, and they told us afterwards we were crazy to do it, but anyway, we did. I remember when I started going with Mary, he was sitting out on the porch one night when I drove in, and he had a shotgun in his hand, and he says, I got both barrels loaded, he says, and the first guy that comes in here after my daughter gets both barrels.
He had dry humor, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was just like that all the time.